the VFL's new ground, and the story is that Fitzroy 3 goals 7, 25 points, are trailing Geelong 15-12, 102 as we start the last quarter with Goggin taking the ball away from the centre and putting the pass up in the direction of right. At centre half forward for Geelong. The Cats about to move into attack once again. The kick from right, not a good one. Straight along the ground it goes. Shanahan in front. Gareth Andrews from behind. Shanahan shoots the pass across towards Herod. Herod now onto the right foot. A drop kick up towards the centre wing position. In there for Fitzroy is Alan Thompson. Swings round onto the left foot. Puts the ball up towards the half forward flank. Finds Robertson, but it's over his head. The bounce and turn beats Ross now. But coming through for Fitzroy is Murphy. Murphy now shooting goals. It's a nice little snap from Murphy. He's been a real battle for Fitzroy today. No worries about that. He kicks his first goal for today. Fitzroy's fourth. So Fitzroy move on to 4 goals 7, 31 points. Geelong 15-12, 102.
Murphy, well, he's a good footballer now, but in a top side, he'd be a mighty rover. He's got good anticipation, plenty of courage. He's a fairly good kick. He's a long kick. Well, he snapped that one through. He has missed a few earlier in the game. 1-3, yes. Well, that's not good enough. But he's often under pressure, whereas if he's in a top side, he'd be a mighty good rover.
Back in the centre with umpire Jolly. It's Crow up against Hampshire. Crow winning out, getting the tap down towards Newnham. Newnham couldn't handle it, however. McRae, Fitzroy's 19th man, comes in. He's doing battle with Pelfreyman. Reed's waiting there also. He'll get the opportunity soon. He does now. And with the ball in front of him, he stops to bump McRae, recovers, puts himself under pressure in doing that. Newnham comes in, takes the ball away. The hand pass comes across towards Shearer. And Shearer from Fitzroy's half forward flank could fix out Lazarus at centre half forward. Lazarus now coming in from centre half forward, putting it right across the ground, looking for and finding Peoples. Daryl Peoples, 40 yards out from goal on a slight angle, but that angle favouring the left foot kicking of Daryl Peoples. Peoples coming in on the left foot now. Torpedo punt kick slightly off the side of the bench, swinging back, but not enough, however, and 1 point only. So I have it, that's Daryl Peoples' first point for the day. Fitzroy kicked 8 points, 4 goals, 8 in fact, 32, and Geelong 15-12, 102. 70 straight points of difference, 2 minutes, 30 seconds into the last quarter at VFL Park. Strawn coming right down the centre of the ground. Over the packet went towards Murray, but he's having it taken away from him by Newlands. Picked up by Murray. Murray coming in with a hand pass now to get out of trouble, accepting here by Hampshire, who crashes his way through. His kick takes the play up towards the centre of the ground. Kicked off the ground by Shanahan to Shearer. Shearer across to Thompson. Thompson onto the left foot, up into the forward pocket. There's a big pack down there. Punched clear of the pack. It'll give Stevens a chance, but whipping in is for Fitzroy was Murphy once again. And once again, Murphy puts it through for another goal. So Murphy's kicked 2 goals in the first 3 minutes of the second quarter, and of the final quarter. And that takes Fitzroy score to 5-8, 38 points. Geelong 15-12, 102.
What a pity Fitzroy hadn't started like this. They look good at the start of the last quarter. They've a couple of nice hip outs. Beautiful pass or two. 2 nice snap goals by Murphy. It's capping off some brilliant football. The only trouble is they're 10 goals behind. It's back in the centre. Hampshire has been doing quite a bit of damage. He has to bow to Crow this time. Thompson's there again. Now it's on the ground. He's let them battle it out. He's broken clear. I like this boy Thompson. He battles hard. He's got a fair bit of dash. He looks to have the stamina too. He slips it out to Robinson. Robinson's got it here. Now in comes Shearer. Not Merrigan, please. No, it's out of bounds. On the full. It's not easy for these young players. They're to battle for the ball, then straighten up and put it right through the goals. It takes experience to do that. Looks like Lazarus might be paid the mark. Now he's going to pay it to Scarlett. Oh, he's running clear. He's got an open field. Shoots it right down over the centre line. But in comes Bill Sykes. Well, Stevens, I think Bill Stevens, Fitzroy's coach, has told Fitzroy they've got to finish on well or they needn't come off the ground. They're putting up an effort. Crow marks by himself, which he's marked fairly well all day, although he faded right out of the game in the third quarter. Russ Kucklick's down there behind the pack. If he can get a run at this, he'll mark it. Now it comes down behind the Peoples. Peoples snaps, but once again, his second point for the second behind for the quarter.
Well, Peoples had the opportunity once again to score a goal for Fitzroy, but I don't know, he looks a little bit casual to me. I think there's no doubt about it, he takes it seriously, perhaps just a little bit slow. The kick in by Strawn and Hampshire from behind. You could pick that one coming. Hampshire had the run up. Crow was positioned in front, but Hampshire would have probably an advantage of, or not much, probably half an inch. Bill Toomey in height, and took the mark.
Well, he stands higher than Crow. Crow seems to bend at the knees a little bit. Here's Murphy again. Bad kick though, but Newton's there. No, he can't handle the ball. Now, if that's not kicking in danger, I don't know what is. Over to Murphy again. He's got the chance. He hooks it through. It's a battle here between Russ Kucklick and Strawn. Oh, the sweet Geelong guys here, and it just rattles right through for another behind.
Good play by Jeff Ainsworth there. Ainsworth probably was clear by about a yard. He could have picked the ball up. There's no two ways about that. But he elected to tap it through for a point. There's no doubt that when you're sitting on a lead, which is now 62 points, you can afford those tactics. But good thinking by Ainsworth. The kick by Strawn. Once again, Geelong coming down the centre of the ground. Caught the rucks unprepared. A chance here for Merrigan as he taps the ball up on the bounce. Gets a foot into it up towards the goal square. Up they go, and once again it's Ainsworth pushing it through for another point to Fitzroy. So Fitzroy move on to 5-11, 41 points. Geelong 15-12, 102, 6 minutes and 10 seconds into the final quarter at VFL Park. Strawn now, the Geelong full-back coming in. The kick, a long, low one up towards centre half forward. Crow gets up, can't bring it down, gets it down to Murray, however. Murray's hand pass, he was looking for his teammate McRae, but it'll be taken away here by Reid. Reid now from centre half back for Geelong. The kick up towards centre half forward. Andrews running back on, intercepted by Shanahan. Shanahan trying to control now, well shadowed by Herod, but Shanahan just picked it up, got the hand pass in. Harris tackled at least by Herod, and Herod putting a lot of tackle. Throws into the ground, in comes Merrigan. Merrigan now out of bounds, but the ball in, gets the hand pass across to his teammate in Thompson, and Thompson certainly making his presence felt in this last quarter. Kicks up, in there in the way for Geelong is Rosnow. Rosnow with a hand pass, but too late, hung onto it too long, and the free kick will go to Robertson of Fitzroy. Robertson on Fitzroy's half-forward flank, with Fitzroy starting to move into attack. And they've done that quite often today, but they fell down very, very badly in front of goal. Robertson going for the short pass, set it up in the air. It was McRae who had the chance, couldn't do much about it. It's Newlands now coming out with the ball held, holding the man. Holding the man, umpire Coates coming in, indicating to Newlands that it's not his free, and it's to be taken by John Newnham, who had to run a little quickly to get back there to take it. Yes. So Newnham now, the Fitzroy Rover.
That's a nice bit of showmanship by the umpire there. Oh, strikingly handsome.
Rather sporting of John Newman as far as Geelong is concerned. He came in and kicked the ball just about at right angles off the boot, and of course over the line it went, and the free kick to be taken down there by Rosnow. Rosnow in the back pocket, some 40 yards out from Fitzroy's goal. Comes in, the drop punt kick. Close to making position, so too is Crow. Crow with the advantage in height, but no one can bring it down. Comes out the man Curvis. Can't get his kick in, but he's still battling, crawling along the ground. Hooks it back, socket along the ground. Once again, the boots go in, but once again, no kicking in danger. So what constitutes kicking in danger, Bill?
Well, the two we gave against Fitzroy in that third quarter were nowhere near as fierce as those two. Anyway, off they go. It's Pelfreyman quite making a nice effort on the wing. Their pace is just too much for Fitzroy when it's a straight-out race for the ball. Across to Closter, who's burnt in the centre. He shoots a nice left foot down to centre half forward. It goes over Bill Sykes. He's making a dash for the ball. In comes Andrews. He's grabbed. Oh, yeah, he's going to give somebody a free kick. I think it's Sykes.
In the back.
I'll say if anyone won a prize for a battler, it'll be Bill Sykes. He received a very hard knock early in the game, and he's fought back fairly well on the day. Sykes is just between centre half back and full back. A punt kick back doesn't even reach the centre. Gives you an idea of the distance of this ground. There goes Pelfreyman again. Across to Reid. He's caught. Hold on too long, but the umpire lets it go. Out it comes to Wright. Wright's kicked two already, and this is going to give him his chance to beat his third, but he elects to pick out Wade. Wade can't hold it, but once... Oh, there's Farman. He's on. Oh, he's caught. He's slow. Fitzroy did well to clear that one, but... Oh, nice bit of play by Crow. That was good thinking. Swings back to the centre. Murphy's there. Oh, nice. Hipped him out beautifully. Murphy hand pass across to McRae. Up. He saw it. I tell you what, that was a delayed reaction by the umpire, but the push was there, of course.
Reid now from the centre, putting play out towards Geelong's half-forward flank. The kick, a good one, taken off the hands of the pack by Herod. Herod with a hand pass up in the direction of the wing, looking for Merrigan. Merrigan taps it away, but it's taken here by Closter. Closter onto the left foot, up towards centre half-forward. Hampshire and Andrews have a misunderstanding. This allows Herod to come in. Hand pass across towards Shanahan. Shanahan's kick goes up towards centre half-forward for Fitzroy. The player's struggling to reach it there. In comes Scarlett for Geelong, and Scarlett's right foot kick now. Putting play back towards centre half-forward for Geelong. Ryan attempting to mark. The bounce comes towards Pelfreyman. Pelfreyman taking it easy, puts it into Goggin. Down goes Goggin. Met solidly by Shanahan. Kicked off the ground by Hobbs, and it's Nankervis with the ball now. The left foot kick into the forward pocket, looking for Wade. But this time Zonnenberg, he's using his hips well. Zonnenberg in there, so too is Newlands, and he taps it out to Andrews, and Andrews snaps with the left foot across the face of goal. It's Sykes there, the Fitzroy back pocket player, and Geelong Rover. Billy Goggin swinging around and saying that that was deliberately put out of bounds. Umpire coach not having any. The throw to take place. Geelong's forward pocket, 10 yards out from goal. Crow versus Farman. Crow wins out, gets the tap down, looking for McRae. Over his head it went. Came towards right. Right traps the ball, trying to break clear. Puts the hand pass back towards his skipper, Bill Goggin. Goggin across towards Closter. Closter accepts the bounce on this occasion as Closter from 50 yards out, lining up the goals into the forward pocket. No mark, play on. The ball picked up by Sykes. Left foot kick, not a good one. The bounce beats Herod. Taken here by Brown. Brown can't control it. Brown pushed in the back by Kenny Newlands, and Brown to take the free kick. Brown now with the kick out towards Fitzroy's half-back flank on the member's side of the ground, and the mark, and a nice one at that, taken by Merrigan. Merrigan now. Kick starting to fall short as players tires. The bounce going over the head of Ross now. In there is Stevens, well held by Peoples, gets a hand pass in. Hampshire with a chance, beaten for pace by Robertson. Robertson pushed over the line by Ross now, looking for the free. Umpire coach said decide on you, and naturally it's Robertson to take the free kick.
Well, Fitzroy is showing something this quarter. They've, whether Geelong are tiring, I don't know, but Fitzroy might have plenty of stamina, and they're putting more thought into their game, and they're more than matching their own with the Cats. Just in this quarter. A nice kick by Robinson, puts it right down into the pocket. Out comes the full-back, he drops it. And there's Rosenau, he's a dynamo for Geelong in defence. Out to Stevens. Oh, nice easy kick. Nobody's mark. There's Thompson, can't quite control it. Stacks up. He's come out with it again. I'll tell you what, this boy's a battler. He swings across centre half forward. No one there but the Geelong defence.
Yes, Ainsworth again, the Geelong back pocket player. Played a solid type of game today.
They've got some strong players in defence. That Scarlett's a bit of a take. You don't realise he's so solid when you see him come through with the ball. That's an easy one for Bill Ryan. They've got an advantage in the air, the Cats. They've got about 8 or 9 guys here that can not only lay high marks, they're strong marks.
Bill Ryan from centre half back for the Cats comes in. Not a drop punt kick, a floating kick that's only going to go about 30 yards. It's off the hands of Hampshire, taken here by Wright. Wright puts the ball in the direction of Andrews, and Andrews has no trouble in making position and taking the mark. Nearly went for the hand pass, but didn't, and just as well. So Gareth Andrews, 60 yards out from goal, going for the long kick. Wade in the square, Zonnenberg behind. So they settle themselves. Wade trying for the butt mark on the second grab, taken away by Nankervis, thrown onto the left foot and kicked through for 4 goals to Nankervis, 16 goals to the Cats, and Geelong move on to 16-12, 108 points. Fitzroy 5-11, 41. Well, there's no doubt about it. Ian Nankervis has really worried Fitzroy all over the ground, but on the forward line, he's been a very hard man to collar.
Right from the start, Nankervis has been a thorn in Fitzroy's side, and you know, last year there was rumours that Nankervis wouldn't be able to hold his own in league football. Well, today, he's shown what a danger man he is.
Wait a minute, Nankervis had a pretty good season last year.
Yes, but he lost a lot of his value in attack because of, you know, a little bit of a fancy pants, but I'd say today he's 4 goals and some of his handball. Hello, what's the matter with the football, Blip?
Don't know, he must have split the seam.
Hey? Well, he's had
it all. The big hands of Bill Ryan when he marks.
Or the kick or Nankervis like he's had it all day.
It was worn out. So we're back in the centre with umpire coach, 14 minutes and 30 seconds into the final quarter at VFL Park. Geelong 16-12, 108, leading Fitzroy. Fitzroy 5-11, 41. New from the centre bounce, putting the ball up towards the centre half forward position, punched away, taken here by Scarlett, and Scarlett onto the left foot, hooks the ball back in the direction of centre wing. The two-out battle here, but it's Murray coming through, punching the ball along in front of him, being held and taking the free kick. And I think that might have been Murray's intention from the time he handled the ball. To get the free, he was under pressure, couldn't get his kick in, so he got rid of it, and then poor old Billy Ryan was suckered into giving away the free. The kick by Murray, not a good one, only going 40 yards. Rosnow's there, but it'll be the man in front to take the mark, Captain Billy Goggin. Goggins on Geelong's half-back flank, goes for the pass now, right up to Terry Farman. Farman now will be running downfield, across to the centre, up towards centre half forward. A long raking kick, they fly. A chance there for Sykes, couldn't mark him. Here's the danger man again, Nankervis, putting the ball into the left foot, going for Wade, and Wade's hurt.
Well, no, Wade seemed to favour his knee there.
Did he ever?
No, he went to go off the mark and
collapsed
on the weight of his knee. Could have been he's just a bit weary, Blue. He's a pretty strong bloke, and as I said, you go to put your weight on your foot here sometimes, and there might be a little bit of give. Hello, he's picked one out here to Herod.
I don't know what more Gareth Andrews could have done to try and get rid of that ball then, but it's Herod now, putting play up towards the half-forward flank, and from behind, Bill Ryan. Ryan now, halfway between half-forward flank and centre half-forward for Geelong. He's going for the pass, looking for Andrews. Andrews flies, but it's Russell Crowe in front, bringing down the ball. Can't hang on to it. Andrews back in there, and this fella's picked up a yard and pace this season. No worries. Murphy's there for Fitzroy, but Goggin gets his foot to the ball, and over the line it goes, and the throw-in to take place some 80 yards out from Geelong's goal. And Geelong in the final quarter, kicking towards the scoreboard end of VFL Park. Oh, there's a free Hampshire right into the back of Russell Crowe. And the Hampshire actually looking round to the umpire to see what the free kick was for.
What's it called? Flying in danger. Blue, what do you reckon Fitzroy will have to do? We've seen them 2 weeks in a row, and we've seen them really well beaten by the Saints and now today Geelong.
Well, they showed in the first match what they can do. Perhaps, I think they lack a little bit in skill. They certainly lack a lot in experience, and at this stage they lack a little bit in confidence. So have a look at that.
Now that's a typical Fitzroy action around the boundary, have you noticed?
Well,
you know why it is? I feel they're pointing the ball in one direction and looking in the other, and that is a hard double to do at any time. It generally pays to look in the direction you're going to kick the ball.
Harris on the centre wing in front of the grandstand. Going for Nankervis, finding him. Nankervis will pass it out there, hand pass out towards Cluster. Cluster's at centre half forward, streaming goalwards now. The drop kick, a good one. It's Wade trying to get in front. He's bring that in.
Well, he might have had a crook leg there before, he didn't.
Yes,
he's favouring that a bit, Blue. But it was just sheer strength then, and his know-how to trap a ball and bring it down while falling.
Well, Zannenberg put him under a lot of pressure because Zannenberg came in and was going for the big punch to upset or knock the ball away from Wade, and I think he accidentally collected Doug Wade. So Wade comes in. He saw. He's kicked 7, but he's in trouble down there, as you can see. No indication at this stage as to what the injury may be.
It could be a bit of a... just his knee. He might have just sort of...
just his knee.
Given a little bit of a twist.
It's the thing most footballers fear, Bill.
Well, it is, Blue, but then again, it could be his hip. His hip, yes. That paralyses your leg if you get a nasty one on the hip sometimes. Can shock the leg right down to the toenails. Anyway, Doug put it through and kicked his 7s for the day.
Back in the centre. And up they go. It's Normie Brown with the big punch up towards centre half forward. McRae in front. Reid joins him now, however. Reid trying to get the ball, drops it. Reid diving on it. McRae's in there once again. Reid held well by Murphy. The ball held to him and a bounce at Fitzroy's centre half forward position. There's the bounce. Down it comes. Nankervis waiting for it, but it's Stevens, at Farman at least, who'll take the ball away on this occasion. And straight up it goes and marked by Herod.
Well, he's giving Fitzroy a lot of value this year, this boy. He comes around, nice long kick across to the half-forward flank. No one's there. Peoples has caught, he's held to him. The ball up here.
The marking of Russ Cutlick's fallen off from what I've seen this year, Bill.
Yeah, it has. And, I like this fellow. He's just, I don't know, he just can't get it apparently today, but there's still a lot of talent in Russ Cutlick, and they've got to persevere with him.
Well, how long are you going to persevere with the player, Bill? In front now, Murphy. The kick, a high one, not making much distance at all. Ross now comes out too far under it. The bounce comes towards Lazarus. He's collared and will take the free. Gary Lazarus directly in front of the Fitzroy goal, 20 yards out, and every chance in the world of notching Fitzroy's 6th goal for the match. They've got 5-11 on the board. Geelong have got 17-12, so it's 12-1 the difference at this stage. Soon to be altered by Gary Lazarus, however. From 20 yards out, pitcher in concentration, puts his foot into the ball, and there it goes. That's another goal to Gary Lazarus. He's kicked 2 for the game. Fitzroy have kicked 6. They move on to 6-11-47. Geelong 17-12, 114 points, and 20 minutes have been played, and this is the final quarter at VFL Park.
Well, Lazarus has again proved his value in attack, and I think while Searle's on the sidelines, they want to keep Lazarus down near those goals. They've got him as centre half forward at the present time, but that's a little bit too far out for Gary. Put him within 30 to 50 yards, and you give him a chance every time. Back in the centre, everything's quietened down now. They're just going to see it out, I feel, for the last 10 minutes, last 5 minutes anyway. There's Hampshire, uncontested, hits it out to Thompson. He drops it. Play on, says the umpire. Holding the man, says the umpire. I tell you what, Thompson's got plenty of staying power. He races through. There's Rosenau uncontesting, takes an easy mark. Geelong have played in front most of the day and have reaped the advantage of it. Out to Andrews. He's just going to take his time with a nice punt kick around the wing. Out comes Hobbs. The ball passes him. There's Wright.
Oh, now that's kicking in danger.
Yeah, well, he's decided to give it away now. I think he must have...
Well, either you're going to pay it or you're not.
Well, he played it twice to the Cats and then decided to forget it. There's McRae. He's a speedster. Round he comes. Croson leading in the race for the ball. Can't mark it. Strawn's out of bounds.
One of the features of the new ground out here at VFL Park is the amount of space between the boundary line and the fence, and I would estimate it to be, what, Bill, in the vicinity of 21 feet?
Yes,
7 yards?
they say it is 10 yards.
10 yards, well, I'm looking on the angle, possibly 10 yards.
You'll be able to go for your marks, not fearing anything. If you fell onto your body, well, you're not going to fall into the fence unless the ground's that hard you bounce.
The player's in Fitzroy's forward pocket as Hampshire getting the tap down towards Nankervis. Onto the left foot, up towards centre half forward Fitzroy. In comes Russ Cutley.
Well, there's Russ
Cutley. Drops it, spins round onto the right foot now, lines up the goals and blazes away. It looks pretty good to me. It is. And it's another goal. A Fitzroy kicked by Alex Russ Cutley at the 22-minute mark of the final quarter. So that takes Fitzroy's score to 7-11, 53. Geelong 17-12, 114, and Bill Toomey, Fitzroy's score looking just a little bit more respectable now.
Well, they look like heading for another 100-point defeat, Blue, which would have been shocking for their supporters. And I think Russ Cutley answered our little tape there before. If he gets an open go at goal, he looks a footballer. Sure, he concentrates on trying to mark one-handed too much, and but there again, he's playing in a pretty weak sort of side just on today's standard, and the forwards are battling very hard.
Are you related to him, Bill?
No, but I know his mother going to ring him up again, but I do feel he has got plenty of talent there, and it showed out there where he's got to be helped. He doesn't get much help.
Ryan out of bounds, but the ball's still in play as Ryan gets a hand pass over his head, and the bird's still going in, but has been picked up by Herod now, and Herod's kick, a left foot kick across towards the centre. Hampshire from behind, can't hang on to it. The ball comes down to the ground. Hampshire scoops it up to Goggin. Goggin across towards Closter, and Closter from centre half forward, the lead by Wade in front of Zannenberg, and Zannenberg takes the mark. Doug Wade struggling to find pace. From our observations up here, would say that he's suffering from an injured hip. We don't know how badly, and it's certainly affecting his pace. The kick by Zannenberg up towards the half-forward flank. Hampshire in front, secures the ball, followed up well on that occasion. The hand pass, not a good one from close quarters, and it's a little bit of pushing and shoving. Higgins is on, as you can see, number 14 for Geelong, and we're on Geelong's half-forward flank, 23 minutes, 40 seconds into the final quarter. McRae breaks clear, bangs it across to Merrington. Merrington with a nice hand pass to Russ Cutley. Russ Cutley taps it over his head in the direction of Robinson. Robinson's in there, he's joined by Peoples. Peoples fumbles, looks for Robinson, he's not there. Stevens is, but he's got the fumbles also. Picked up by Robinson, snapped into the forward pocket, but it'll go over the line, and the free kick, naturally enough, going Geelong's way, and to be taken by Huey Strawn. So the sting gone out of the game on this occasion. The players obviously feeling tired, as you would expect on a ground 200 yards long by 180 yards across. The kick dropping short, chipping in front, Robertson. Robertson now across to McRae. McRae's got the chance for the pass to Lazarus. He ignores it, goes for the goal square, and a nice mark indeed taken by Strawn.
Well, they've got Crow up at full forward. Out it comes, 2 Geelong players against Murphy. They do it the easy way. See, that's where Geelong got it. They balk, then come back towards the centre. Fitzroy are inclined to balk, then go to the flanks. Out they come, over across to Closter. Oh, out he comes. He's running, streaking towards goal. Oh, he played around a bit too much, but he's got that much talent here. No, he's caught. Strike me like the umpires let them have a picnic with it. Out comes Farman. Farman's still got it. Here's a chance for... Oh, Stacks on the mill.
Freedom and Curvis held, didn't have it. Once again, Nankervis chipping in front, putting himself in position for every advantage of the umpire's free. Free kick or a bounce?
Bounce.
Ah, well, there we are. There's the bounce. 25 yards out from Geelong's goal. Comes out towards Ryan. Ryan slung to the ground. Nankervis once again being held. This time he'll get it. Plays on. Goes for the shot at goal. It's a bad one. Across the face of goal. Wade can't run at all. Zunenberg streams away from him. Running along the boundary line. He's held. And Zunenberg to take the free kick.
I think the only reason Wade's on is because they've got the 19th and 20th, but I'd be inclined to pull him off. He doesn't want to damage himself in the last 2 or 3 minutes of...
Well, I think if there was any danger of that, the Geelong selectors would take him off, Bill. And McRae, well out of bounds, as you saw, indicated by the boundary umpire, and a throw in halfway between Geelong's forward pocket and a half-forward flank on the members' side of the ground. The big men battle down there. It's Brown versus Hampshire. The ball tapped down to McRae. McRae's trying to pick it up, Farman into the back of McRae, and Ian McRae to take the free. McRae from Fitzroy's half-back flank. He's still got about another 150 yards to go for goals. It's a kick, a long one, coming up over the centre line, approaching Russ Cutlick in front, trying to juggle the mark. He's taken it and has been paid. Russ Cutlick, 10 yards across the centre, and Fitzroy's attacking zone. His kick now going up to the forward pocket or some 40 yards away from it. Here's a break. There's a chance for Peoples. If he can swing round on his right foot, he can't. He puts the right foot into the ball, or swing round on the left foot, I meant to say. He couldn't do that. Had the right foot snap, and out of bounds it went. So it's Strawn to pick up yet another kick for out of bounds on the full. Strawn now taking the play away from the half-forward flank and going up towards Reid at centre half-back. And Reid, as we've mentioned twice today, a much improved player than last year.